From orbit, the Amazon appears as a singular green empire, operating on a scale that dictates the climate of the entire continent. Its borders stretch across 5.5 million square kilometers of land, swallowing portions of 8 different countries, from Peru all the way to Brazil. To truly grasp that scale, we need a human baseline. Think of the sprawling footprint of a modern megacity, like Dubai. You would have to copy and paste the entire territory of Dubai 157 times to fill the space inside these borders. With 400 billion trees generating 20% of the oxygen available on Earth, this territory functions as a self-contained, self-sustaining global engine. It exists on a scale that is completely indifferent to human presence. As we descend toward the surface, we hit the first line of defense, the canopy. It acts as an almost impenetrable biological shield. The overlapping foliage is packed so tightly that during the heavy, weekly downpours, a single drop of rain takes 10 full minutes to navigate through the leaves and finally hit the soil. This massive roof effectively blocks out the sun. It plunges the underlying environment into perpetual daytime darkness, demanding extreme and highly lethal adaptations from anything trying to survive beneath it. Dropping below the canopy, the environment turns instantly claustrophobic. In this pitch-black arena, the competition for resources is absolute. Down here, physical size does not dictate your threat level. This is the bullet ant. It is barely 4 centimeters long, but it carries a biological weapon so potent that those unlucky enough to be stung report the pain is equivalent to taking a gunshot. On the other end of the biological extreme is the green anaconda. Weighing 250 kilograms and stretching up to 30 feet in length, it completely dominates the floor. It bypasses venom entirely. It hunts by ambushing predators much larger than itself, crushing them and swallowing them entirely whole in a single strike. Isolated beneath the thick roof of the trees, the animals trapped in this lair are forced into a constant biological arms race, evolving maximum mass or maximum venom. Carving through the center of this darkness is the main artery of the entire ecosystem, the 6,840-kilometer Amazon River. The sheer physics of this waterway are violent. Every single second, 219,000 cubic meters of water force their way through the channel, easily carrying the weight of massive transport ships on the surface. Below the surface swims the pink river dolphin. Pushing 9 feet in length and 200 kilograms, they possess a highly advanced brain, making them incredibly calculated hunters, uniquely capable of attacking humans. But the ultimate weapon in this water doesn't rely on teeth. It's the electric eel. It can discharge 860 volts of electricity. That's enough voltage to instantly fry the nervous system of an animal 100 times its own size, dropping it dead in the water. The river is so densely packed with apex predators that unleashing raw electrical current became a necessary biological defense. In 2007, a marathon swimmer named Martin Strel decided to test the limits of human endurance against this specific environment. His goal was a world record, physically swimming the length of the Amazon River for 66 continuous days, spending 10 hours a day surrounded by the exact predators we just covered. To keep him alive, his support boat had to flank him on both sides, constantly hurling massive raw chunks of meat into the water to distract the giant alligators. We do not have the capacity to master the Amazon River. When we enter it, the best we can hope for is surviving it through sheer luck and distraction. If you dig past the biological layers and into the deep geological foundation within Peruvian territory, the rules of the ecosystem change again. Here, a 6.5-kilometer stretch of river is literally boiling. The water temperature sits between 90 and 100 degrees Celsius all year round. While scientists have measured the lethal heat of the water, they still cannot identify the geological mechanism generating such a massive, continuous output of energy. The dense foliage also hides deep anthropological blind spots. The forest acts as a physical wall, successfully shielding entirely uncontacted human tribes who exist completely isolated from our modern civilization. The deeper we descend, the more frequently we encounter physical realities that persist despite our inability to map their geological sources or cultural histories. But if we pull completely out of the canopy and use satellite imaging to scan the bare earth beneath, we find its most confusing anomaly. These are the geoglyphs. They are massive, precise geometric shapes carved into the soil, some stretching 1.5 kilometers wide. Satellites have spotted over 300 of them so far. We have zero record of who engineered these massive structures or what purpose they served. The Amazon functions as a perfectly stratified, unconquered world, a vertical stack of lethal biology and deep geological secrets running from the sun-blinded canopy to the boiling depths of the soil. As deforestation chips away at these borders, the loss extends beyond the 20% of our oxygen produced here. We are systematically erasing a complex, alien world that remains largely unmapped.